Welcome back, second graders. Here we are again at Number Corner with Mrs. Judd. Today we're going to go over the calendar. We're going to do our class collection. I finished up the first survey, and we'll just kind of briefly look at that. Today we get to work on the second survey, and then we'll answer all of the questions that come with it. And then we get to play a game. Okay, let's get right into it. First, let me show you Saturday and Sunday. Oh, I bet you this is going to help answer that. Okay, so that seems like it's still part of this graph. Now, do you guys think we have a new graph, or is there another equation card? Let's double check. 1, 2, 3, 4 equations. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I think we're going to have a new graph today. Okay, you guys ready? Here we go. We did have a new graph today. So this one is a picture graph because I can see hamburgers and it says burgers. I can see mini pizzas and it says mini pizzas. So we have another picture graph. We've gone picture, bar, picture. Okay, so let's write today's date. Today is January 11th. 2021, and we write it in number form 1/11/21, and the abbreviation for January is JAN period. Okay, let's get into our class collection today. So today I'm pulling 11. Let's see what I've got here. Probably have more than 11, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, I did it perfect. I got 11. I'd surprised myself there. Okay, so looking at this, do we have less than half red, exactly red, or more than half red? So let's line them up. I hope you guys see what I see. That we have less than half. It was pretty close to, if it was 12, then we would have half. But so we have 4 reds and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blues. Let me write it up on our chart. So 4 reds would make it 4 8s. 2, 4, 6, 7 blue. Okay. So 4 11ths and 7 11ths, and that would equal 11 11ths. Right after I wrote the 7, my mind told me that was wrong, so I'm glad I corrected it. Okay, so which are we going to fill out up here? We're going to do the less than half red. So I get to write 4 11ths. And I get to fill it in red. Alrighty, we get to go on to our charts. I think I'll hold on to this because I'm going to have to do some writing. So after we finished Friday, I made sure that I checked all the cards that we had, all the equations. So this card told us how many people voted for cats. And this card told us how many people voted for dogs. Okay, now let's get into our new chart. Our new chart is a bar graph. Down under here it says go shopping or spend the night. So what kind of question do you think they might have asked for those two categories? In our book it says, would you rather go shopping or spend the night with your best friend? Ooh, that's a good survey. I like that one. Is this a bar graph? Yes, this is a bar graph. Okay. Looking at the numbers coming up, this tells us how many students actually took the survey. And these were their 2 choices on the survey. So each line equals 1 student. Later on in the month, we get to see a graph that is multiple for each line. So that'll be interesting when we get there. Okay, our first, do we have it up here? Absolutely, we do. 13 plus 11. So this one tells us how many students took this survey. 13 plus 11 equals 24. Okay, how many more wanted to go shopping than wanted to spend the night? So that must be this card. So 13 minus 11, 13 minus 11, so 2 students, or you could also say 11 plus 2 equals 13. So 2 more students wanted to go shopping than spend the night. Now, the 2 that we haven't done are these 2. Let's write these down and finish these. Okay, so 24 minus 13. What is this one asking of us? This one is asking how many people wanted to spend the night. 11. Well, I'm going to write students because that's what our graph said, students. Wanted to spend the night. Okay, now this one, 11 plus what equals 24? So 11 plus equals 24. So what do you think this question is asking us? I think so too. How many students wanted to go shopping? Because the answer in here is 13. 13 students wanted to go shopping. Whoops, sorry you guys. I'm writing sideways, and so my writing is really bad. But you guys hear my words, and you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's put these back. And have we answered all the questions? Oh, I know something we haven't done. We haven't given this one a title. What would be a good title for this one? Okay, so we're talking about best friend. We're talking about activities. So let's write friend, and I'm going to write best in front of it. Best friend activities. Okay, I think we've done all that. We've figured out all of that. We have one last game to play today, and that game goes with our hundreds grid. And we've been kind of playing these types of games where we do rows and columns. But today, I'm going to be the top one, and you're going to be the bottom one, and we're going to see how many we actually are going to fill in. So I have 2 sets of cards. Let me double check and shuffle them one more time. And so one is going to be for our rows, and the other card we're going to pull to be our columns. Okay, and you guys have this in your Number Corner student book. So if you have a student book that's the Number Corner, you can play this at home too. Okay, our first is 10 and 7. So I'm going to be the top here, and I've got 10 and 7. So I'm going to come up, and I know that because this is a hundreds grid, this all the way up here is 10, and I can go 5, 6, 7. So I've outlined my column and rows. Now I'm going to fill in and you guys can be neater when you fill in. It just is so that you guys can see we filled in all these boxes. So now I'm going to come over here and write my expressions. So for quadrant A, I filled in the whole quadrant. So I'm going to do 5 times 5. That's 25 squares. My next B, I've only filled in 2 rows and 5 columns. So it's going to be 2 times 5 is 10. C, again, I filled in the whole quadrant. So I get to say 5 times 25. And here down in D is my 2 times 5 again. So my total is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 70. So I filled in 70 squares in my quadrant. Okay, now it's your turn, and your first number is 7, and your second number is 8. So we're going to write 7, 8. I'm going to come up 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to come over 8 and go 5, 6, 7, 8. Whoop, I almost went too far. So right here is the top. Okay, so to fill in your quadrant, our A is 2 times 5. So there's 10 boxes. B is 2 times 3. And so we have 6 boxes. C is a full, so it's 5 times 5. And D is 3 times 5. Okay, so 16, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got 70 and you guys got 56. Let's come down here and we're going to add 70 and 56. And our total is 126. I'm not sure how to fill that part in, but my pull of the cards got me more squares than you, and so I won that time. But we will play this one again, and you guys will probably win it the next time. And like I said, this is in your Number Corner workbook, so you can play it at home. You guys got a set of cards. You have the workbooks. Okay, so today our questions are, what was the title of graph 6? And we decided the title is Best Friend Activities. Best Friend Activities. And who won the add, draw, and compare? Mrs. Judd. So let your teachers know the title of our January 6th graph is Best Friend Activities. And Mrs. Judd won the game today. Okay, you guys, I will see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye.